Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play SimCity with me, Get Daved. So this is, in theory... Oh. We've got the mayor of Honeysuckle Marsh in town. Right on. This is, in theory, a city built with brains and a more sophisticated understanding of the game than previous ones. I'm not sure if it's been that so far, but pretty exciting stuff. I sent over a little bit of police protection and so on from Get Davedenheim. So that should help us keep costs down a little bit longer and help just kickstart a little bit of development here. It's not going to change things too much, but the real purpose of this town is to extract sweet, sweet metals from the planet and process them into alloy with sweet, sweet smelting. Everybody loves a good smelter, right? Speaking of pollution problems, just gonna take a look at the old RCI. You're gonna get me to plot Maxis Man? Nope. Maxis Man is expensive and marginally useful. How about this guy? Zoning industry. Yeah, it's time to zone some industrial. That'll actually help us make a lot of money as well. So, now before we had sort of a dirty end of town, which is the name of my best move. And I think we'll probably go ahead with that approach again. Let's just double check again on the direction the wind blows. I mean, any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, but... blowing towards the river. The wind does change directions apparently as well, because that is not what... I really don't think that's where it was blowing in the last video. Yes, I won't say conclusively one way or the other, but I got a bit of a feeling. Seriously? I don't think the terrain is as crooked as you're making it out to be. Alright, we throw in that one little wrinkle. Everything's okay. Well, the game seems a little confused, but I won't hold that against it. This would be the straight direction. The longer I make this, the easier it'll be to just get this exactly straight. And that hill there is gonna create all sorts of problems for us, so you know, that's the best I can do. I've decided to feel good about that as well. There we go. Alright. Let's plop some industry. Which is developing pretty quickly, as should be expected, all things considered. Looks like they've switched to squares rather than rectangles. I'm not really sure what to make of that, but... You're gonna be like that again, are you? This game, it's making it very hard for me to have those sweet, precious, straight roads I've always wanted. I'm sure I'll find a way to have the strength to go on, but... not easily. What a mess. Alright, I'm going to crank the speed because I spent all of my money on roads. And income could have been trickling in that whole time. Alright, let's try that. I think this should zone pretty nicely. Doesn't have the geometric simplicity of down here, but that's alright. And if the industrial demand from Get Davedenheim is any indicator, we should get quite a few workers coming in. Why not? They should develop properly. Alright, we also have regional demand for some slightly nicer residential lots. And I want those to occur, well, pretty regularly. Oh hey, I did something good. Always a surprise when that happens in Get Dave City. Alright, everybody does love nature. You know, you can get somewhere adding value with the basic stuff too, but I kinda don't like having those in my city that much. Alright, it would be nice if we could get some benefit to a couple different zones. See what effect that had on land value. Almost none, but hey, it's a start. Try throwing this in the middle. We might completely split something. Yeah, now we're talking. Should get some slightly nicer houses there. And already I'm going to get going spending my money on road upgrades. Straight to the good stuff. I thought I gifted myself some money from Get Davedenheim, but I guess that was just the concussions. Sometimes they change my perception of reality. I've been referring to that a lot. I have not had a ton of concussions in my life. I just know I'm going to get a bunch of private messages of people being like, "Dave, are you alright? My uncle's a neurosurgeon. You should check him out." Sometimes things like that happen. Alright, industrial looks like it's coming along pretty good. We might have, you know, traffic issues because there's no side streets, but actually, no, on reflection, maybe not. Because after all, any car that would go from the side into here would immediately go to this road. So, as long as they, you know, draw people off to the side, we're good there. Income's coming along nicely. Not having any civil services that we have to pay for ourselves doesn't hurt. And we're starting to get near the point where I'm going to consider taking out a loan. You know what? We could even deal entirely with other people's ore. I do not want Maxis Man. That is $900 an hour bill. Although, if you do get him, if you build his car garage, you can get some pretty... There's this kind of awesome thing where he starts driving around town and you hear 60s swing rock, or surf rock, pardon me, as he drives around because he's a Batman knockoff. I really liked that detail quite a bit. If we head back to Get Davedenheim, there we go. If we head back to Get Davedenheim, I'll show you guys. It's pretty hilarious. Yes, kids these days, they think of Batman as this unequivocal badass who talks like this. But in my day he was, well actually, well before my day, but back in the day he was quite a fop, actually. Alright, I should probably bulldoze this one too. We unfortunately have no oil. I think this will be a good spot. You can see the outlines of where the add-ons will go, and they're mostly on top of these really big deposits. Yay, people are commuting to our shops. I'm the cool kid now. Oh yeah, money. Well, we honestly don't have to wait that long, but if I take out an insanely huge loan, oh really, it's that big of a drop-off for that one tick? We'll build into it. The upgrades will go there. Alright. Ore mine in place. That's going to be lowering the land value right there. Competing with the graph, but mostly staying on the other side of the street, so that's kind of nice. I might plop a row of trees there, but I wasn't about to move this thing back in order to get that happening. Okay, we do need a trade depot as well. There's always strings attached. Alright, this is actually quite helpful. I'm just going to experiment with roads here, seeing if we can get the exact right distance. So that I can expand my trade depot. And it'll become a bit more clear what I'm doing. It would be nice if you could, like... You know, that looks pretty close to perfect. I could probably get it a little closer, so I am gonna try. Zoom in super tight. The scale that you can zoom at is just amazing in this game. One person in the comments section was ripping on it pretty bad, calling it like a Facebook game, and although I understand the criticism, I just don't agree with it. I mean, I know a lot of people are mad at EA for their DRM and all these things, but don't take it out on a good game. Take it out on every crappy focus group tested, poorly produced FPS they churn out. Because honestly, those are the, like, take it out on the bad games, people. To clarify, I was saying people, as in you guys, you should take it out on the bad games, not take it out on the people that make them. Although maybe. Alright. The clinic is something I elected not to build. Or, sorry, not to try, dealing with, like, you know, ambulances coming in from outside of town. And I'm just gonna plop it right here. And our capacity should be met right away. A lot of people are getting hurt here, but I suppose what with all the imports, that's not a huge surprise. Alright, trading post. That looks too steep to get a ferry built, so Gonna put it right there. Nice coastal view. Seems like a good place for the trading post. Alright. Metal. Alloy. Alright, raw ore storage lot is desirable number 1. I think this automatically comes with the capacity to hold freight. And I'm hoping to deal quite a bit of volume here. Alright. Mining next. And we will also need coal to get our alloy. All I have to say is that better make it nice and expensive. Alright. Next thing, we gotta check out our coal situation, although I may try importing it from Get Davedenheim. We have some. Not a lot, but it's not nothing either. Give yourself 10 Get Dave points if that bugs you. It adds character. Too close to existing intersection. Alright. Pretty please? There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go right in the densest spot here. And we can throw some parks along the road there to placate everybody. One delivery truck, good. Alright, and finally we will need the smelter. And it's gonna need lots of room so that it can poison everything. You know what, let's just put it right across. We will make that the major road. The trade depot's yelling at me right now because that's what they do. Alright, we've gone over our power plant capacity, not surprising given a little bit of growth, but also this isn't, we're building kind of heavyweight stuff here. Yay! Little delivery truck there. May be worth our while to get that avenue up right now. While we have the money. I guarantee you I'm gonna spend it. Alright, that's pretty good. Not sure why it was giving me a hard problem with that. Sometimes the road logic in this game is a little confusing. Like, roads overlap, that's the idea. Oh, that's good enough anyway. I think it might be the guides sometimes screwing things up, because they can sometimes throw off the snap points a little bit, and that can do very strange things. Alright. It's kind of a weird... well, there's a lot of weird stuff going on, but don't worry about it. It is good enough. Alright. Smelt, 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 smelt. Don't quite have enough money for it anymore. I really should not take out another bond. This city just can't handle that kind of debt long term. But I'm a maverick of funk. I'm gonna put it right here, and the hope is that we'll be blowing nasty a less distance, basically. Alright, and now, where's our trading outpost? Here we go. We need the ability to store coal? No, you're gonna get upset. I mainly want to deal in alloy. Alright. And we have lots of little things, so let's get the delivery trucks figured out. Okay. Metal buildings need raw ore. Oh yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, this game. Those crazy advisors. Alright. So that should be pretty good metal output. In that we've pretty much maxed it out. I'm very interested in seeing what's going to happen here. Alright, smelting factory. Needs workers. We need residential. Oh, and water. That can be helpful. Could have sworn I was importing extra, but... Yes, I'm working on the workers. I was gonna zone that until you interrupted me. Alright, that seems mostly consistent with what I've got. Seems a little tighter. Good enough. That water got used up awfully quickly. We may have to go high efficiency pretty soon. Oh wow, we maxed, wow, this is insane. Well, that's just gonna have to wait. Alright, zone residential, go! Also, we may want to cover basic education needs shortly, otherwise we're gonna have, you know, other problems. Take a look at the data views and see how people are doing in terms of wealth. Slowly getting there. Lots of mostly happy people. Why are you in... Where's the shopping in this town? Show me the demand. And this is already going to be a pollution-filled cesspool. Alright, where would the expansions go? Baby Alloy is born. And that'll create processors. Oh my goodness. There's quite a few chains to this. I suppose I could have bought or purchased a whole bunch of stuff off the global market, but tell you what, I'm going to end the video here. Next time, we'll try tackling some of these challenges. Boom. Alright everybody, I'll see you in the next video.